Yo, for y'all that are gonna be attending the funeral sometime soon, remember this: the funeral is not about you. Okay, stop taking selfies in front of the casket, photo shoots, and everything. You in there cussing people out at the podium. She knows she don't be $200 from her obituary. She better come up with it before I make it out to the car. I tell you that. No, we got them aunties and grandmas barely even know who died. They get to crying and snotting and falling out. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus, take me. Auntie, get up out the floor. You know I can't keep picking you up. I just had to back you out of me the other day. I lead with that because of the recent antics that happened at and around Brother Takeoff's funeral that happened recently. Y'all know he passed tragically, and I wish him well on his journey. I pray that he is able to be with God. Honestly and truly, I do pray that. But there was some different things happening at this funeral and around this funeral. First of all, Jay Prince decided to pay tribute to Brother Takeoff at the 810 Billiards and Bowling alley that the incident happened at. He decided to do a memorial because he didn't attend the funeral. And this memorial said H-Town and the Prince family in big roses letters, right? And a few pictures of Takeoff. Like, you don't think that was tasteless and tone deaf? Especially considering the fact that there is buzz around the situation that is giving some type of blame to Jay Prince Jr. because they were hanging together when the whole incident went down. Now, I reiterate, the funeral is not about you. And I'm going to get to Keyshia Ka'Oir and Young Miami in 1 second. But it's just, I thought that was very weird that you would think it to be okay to plaster your name as big as you could do it in flowers and call it a tribute to this young man, Keyshia Ka'Oir Ball, who has passed on. And it just makes no sense to me. It just seems like an opportunity to once again remind people of the Prince family. And I just don't know how this made it better. You know what I'm saying? It just seems tasteless and very tone deaf and cold, to be honest. I mean, this is supposed to be a day about this man's family trying to grieve and to come together and get over the fact, not get over it, but to start to heal after experiencing the traumatic death of their loved one. And we're supposed to be trying to help them to do so. And that's one thing I want to say. We be saying some corny stuff when funerals happen. We be like, man, is there anything you need? Let me know. Whole time you walking out the door before you can finish saying that. Anything you need, let me know. I got you. Well, you got to start hitting people right when they say that. Yep, I do. Give me $5,000 to put on this casket and this other stuff over here. Let me just get it real quick. Yep, that's all I need. You got to jump on them real quick because they don't be meaning that. Because really, as you can see in these type of situations, most people, for one, they're not really there for you. They're there maybe to pay their respects. I'm not going to say most people, but just most people just don't care enough to really be there for you or care about what's the sad situation that's going on, which is why they do things like this and make it about them. So let's move on to Young Miami. Young Miami and Keyshia Ka'Oir decided to thot it up by putting on the attire that they're wearing for the funeral, which I did a video before about clothing and classiness and this, that, and that. They can't be bothered to try to be some type of classy even at a funeral. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I get it wasn't at a church. It was at an arena. So, but we are going here to wish our brother to be with the Lord for those that believe. I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all don't believe, but y'all be quick to get on Facebook and put the praying hands and all of that stuff and prayers up this and this, that, and the other. So, I mean, in this moment that we're going to wish him well to hopefully be with God, I mean, you couldn't just be bothered to put on something a little bit more. I mean, they had the thigh-high boots with the fishnet joint and the short skirt and the, you know what I'm saying? It just, and then besides that, they used the moment as a whole photo shoot. Like one lady said in a tweet or something that she didn't even realize that Young Miami had went to the funeral because she posted nothing about the funeral. She just posted her in this black garb doing a photo shoot. A bunch of photos with her walking around, this, that, and other, like taking photos. She when it's like she took photos with people at or after the funeral or something like that. It's just like, and we see it constantly. We see it constantly. Years ago, it was a Hispanic girl that was posing in front of her father's casket. I mean, a whole photo shoot in front of the casket. You understand what I'm saying? Multiple pictures. And it's just like, where does it stop? Like, why, you know, and you do all of that to get on there, hashtag never forgotten, hashtag love you, hashtag, like, it just gets corny. It's been corny. And then y'all want to take the selfies of the person in the casket. Like, it just shows you where we are with the phones today. I saw this one, I think she was a grandmother. She was a very young grandmother going to either her son's funeral. And the whole time, I couldn't find this video, but the whole time she just, I mean, on the way riding to the funeral, she in the car, just, you know, just videoing it up on live or whatever she was doing. But she just couldn't be bothered to even be thinking about her son at this point in time. It was just, it had to be about her and the eyes on you and the how many Instagram likes am I getting, who's following me on live. You know, like, you know, I can only imagine what's next. How many, what did you have to think of to conjure up some tears to be able to cry while you was on live, like taping yourself, like after the, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that came into play as well. But it's just, people are so tone deaf, and I just don't like how we got here. I get it. It's for social media, and people are so hooked. We addicted. We are straight addicted. But I mean, so you have got to learn that sometimes just put the phone down, man. Just put the phone down. Just be in the moment. Be there for the people that need some comforting, some good words, a hug. You know what I'm saying? Be there for them while it's going down, while they hurt. Talk to them. Kick it with them. Not the corny little prayer hands post and all of it. You know what I'm saying? You like this generation, we'll be at the funeral in the presence of the people within reach to be able to love on them, but we'll choose not to do that because we probably on our phone or whatever, and then we'll get home and then write out a post and be like, prayer hands, never forgotten, love you forever. Like, why didn't you just tell that man's mother that? Why didn't you just tell his wife that? Why didn't you tell his kids that while you was there? I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to unplug and get off the phone for a second and just be in the moment and be with people when they're struggling and going through something. You would want people to be there for you. But I'm just saying, even if you don't do that well, maybe you're not the most social person there is at this, that, and that, just, how about just not have a photo shoot? You know, at the funeral? That could be helpful. Like, just maybe do that. Or don't plaster your name on the memorial. Maybe do that. There's some things we can learn about funeral etiquette in this day and time, because it's really out of hand, and it doesn't seem to be too many boundaries with it. And with this new generation, is just going further and further down the rabbit hole, you know. But it's just my little old thoughts, man. I don't know. I'm just throwing my 2 cents in there, but I'm weary, very weary right now. But this your boy P Camp. You tell me what you think, what you don't think. If you think they was right dressing the way they did, taking the photos the way they did, or Jay Prince, you tell me what you think, man. Get at your boy.